Hello, how are you? I'm Howard, and now my throat is a little sore. But we are going to talk about some careers that are interesting, and perhaps there is a one that was wanted to be studied by me before. The ones I choose from the list of careers are teacher, lawyer, and psychologist. So in this video, a little about each one will be explained, and how the process is to become selected career. If you are thinking about becoming high school teacher, it's a career that's not only rewarding but also requires very specific and rigorous preparation. First of all, yes, you definitely study at a university to practice as a high school teacher. In fact, it's a fundamental pillar for acquiring both subject knowledge and necessary pedagogical skill. The path usually begins with obtaining a bachelor's degree, but it's not just any degree in most cases. You must specialize in the subject you wish to teach. That is, if you want to be math teachers, math will be studied. It is history will be studied, and so on. This guarantees indeed mastery of the content that will be transmitted to your future students. However, mastering a subject is not enough to be a good teacher. This is where teaching certification or in many cases, a postgrad degree in education comes into play. These programs are designed to equip you with teaching methodologies, educational psychology, classroom management, and evaluation strategies necessary for effective learning. It is an essential training program that teaches you how to teach effectively. Now, if your interest leads you down the path of justice and lauding the career of a lawyer in your calling, just like with teachers, university is the essential starting point to become a lawyer here. Not only is learning done, but the foundation of legal thought and argumentation are forged. To be a lawyer, the first indispensable step is to obtain a bachelor's degree in law. This university degree is intensive if covers a wide range of legal disciplines, from civil and criminal law to constitutional and administrative law. The history of law, legal theory, and most importantly, how to interpret and apply laws are studied. It is a deep intellectual training process that teaches you to think like a lawyer. But training does not end with the bachelor's degree in most countries. To practice law, it is necessary to pass a bar exam or be admitted to the respective bar association. This exam is rigorous and comprehensive knowledge of laws and procedures, as well as the ability to apply that knowledge to practical cases. Are evaluated, it is in essence the certification that officially allows you to practice law. As for experience, it is a vital component in a lawyer's career during the university career. Pre-professional internships are usually carried out in law firms, courts, or public institutions. These internships provide you with the opportunity to observe and participate in daily legal work, from case investigation to document preparation and assistance in hearings. This experience is fundamental for developing practical skills that are not learned only from books, such as negotiation, legal writing, and public speaking. Participation in extracurricular activities such as mock courts, competition, or university legal clinics also provides invaluable experience and crucial skills are developed. Finally, if your passion in the understanding of human mind, emotion, and behavior, the career of a psychologist is the way to go. To practice as a psychologist, a solid university education is also essential. The first step to becoming a psychologist is to obtain a bachelor's degree in psychology. During this university stage, you will be immersed in the study of various branches of the psychology, such as clinical psychology, developmental psychology, social psychology, neuropsychology, and cognitive psychology, theories, research, and methods To understand the complexity of the human psyche will be learning. This is the foundation of your professional training. However, to be able to practice psychology clinical or in a specific field, a higher level of study is generally required. This involves pursuing a master's or doctorate in a specialized area, such as clinical psychology, educational psychology, or neuropsychology. This advanced study not only depends your knowledge but also enable you to obtain the necessary license to practice. It is crucial to verify the specific licensing requirements of each country or region, as this may vary. Practical experience is fundamental for a psychologist during postgraduate studies. Supervised internships are usually carried out in clinical settings, hospital, mental health centers, school, or private practice. This work experience is vital for applying learning theories, developing assessment, diagnosis, and intervention skills, and working directly with patients under the supervision of experienced professionals. Often, supervised practice hours are an indispensable requirement to obtain a professional license. In addition, participation in extracurricular activities related to psychological research or volunteering in support centers can enrich your profile. Invaluable exposure to diverse situations can be provided. In summary, for teachers, lawyers, or psychologists, the professional journey is found on rigorous university education, complemented by specialized training and the acquisition of practical experience. Each of these professions requires a constant commitment to learning and development to serve the community effectively. And speaking of passions, that's precisely why personally I wanted to study psychology. For me, studying this career is like embarking on an adventure to disappear the most complex and fascinating puzzle that exists. The human mind, one immersed in how one thinks, feels, behaves, and relates, not only individually, but also in groups. The biological basis of your actions developed from childhood to old age, how societies influence us, and how different mental health conditions are manifested and treated are learned. It's a field in constant evolution where there's always something new to learn and discover, and where one is constantly encouraged to think outside the box. As a psychologist, the possibilities of what can be done are very broad and aligned with today's changing careers. One can work in clinical psychology, helping people overcome emotional and mental challenges through individual, couple, or family therapy. There is also educational psychology, where students and teachers are support addressing learning or behavior difficult in their school environment. Organizational psychology is another fascinating area, which focuses on improving well-being and productivity in the workplace, analyzing team dynamics, leadership, and personnel selection. Some are dedicated to research, seeking new ways to understand and address psychological problems, developing new treatments or theories. Neuropsychology explore the intricate relationship between the brain and behavior, while social psychology examines how the environment and social interactions influence us. In a sense, people are working with either individually in groups or in organizations to improve their quality of life and mental well-being, which result in very satisfying work. The question, and why choose this career? Well, for me, one of the most powerful reasons is the opportunity to help people. It is incredible, rewarding to see progress and someone to be part of their journey toward well-being and self-knowledge. In addition, it is a field that fosters creativity in problem solving and forces one to think outside the box to find unique solutions adapt to each individual or situation. Psychology also gives a deep understanding of oneself and others, which is invaluable in any aspect of life. It is a career that constantly challenges, keeps one in continuous learning, allows one to be very adaptable, and most importantly, allows one to have a significant and positive impact on people's lives. It is a career that will definitely make one stand out. It's a fascinating path. This is where the video about my other career that I will have studied in another life ends. Thank you very much, Miss Lady, for listening to my testimony. Thank you very much.